Hey guys, what's up? This is David, and today I'm going to be talking about the Clone Wars, the TV series, Star Wars The Clone Wars, and what did I think of it? First of all, I think this was a really good series, At first, I thought the series uh, was having a little bit of trouble finding its footing, but as the series went on into season 2 and onwards, I think it got better from there. And I really enjoyed the series. I really enjoyed all the characters, like Obi-Wan. I always liked Obi-Wan because of the Star Wars prequels. I loved Obi-Wan played by Ewan McGregor, but in this one, he wasn't voiced by Ewan McGregor, but I forgot the actor's name right now, but he did a really good job at bringing it and making it sound almost like him. A lot of the actors really did. Some of them didn't really sound too much like the actual actors from the film, but that's fine. That's not an issue for me as long as we see the characters on screen being portrayed properly. That was really nice. And when they did bring actors from the films like Anthony Daniels or Ahmed Best, I think his name is, the actor who played Jar Jar Binks. That was pretty cool. Speaking of Jar Jar Binks, I actually thought he was portrayed rather okay. There was something different about him. He wasn't over the top like he was in the Star Wars prequels. I'm going to admit this. I don't think Jar Jar was as bad as most people made him out to be. But yes, he could be pretty annoying at times. And it was a little bit the same in this series, just not as bad as the movies made Jar Jar. And the good thing is, Jar Jar is not in every episode. I actually think he's in the series even less than the writers really wanted him to be. I heard George Lucas was the one that actually wanted Jar Jar in the series here and there throughout the series. And like I said, I was fine with it because he wasn't in the series that much to begin with. Mostly it's centered on Obi-Wan and Anakin and the Jedis, as well as the clone troopers, who actually got a lot of development in this TV series, unlike the movies, which didn't really, focus on any of the individual clones. And the last season specifically gives us some really good depth on what happened to the clones, why they turned on the Jedi, which is pretty interesting when you find out the revelation on that. There are a lot of really good episodes, specifically in the third, fourth, and fifth season. The sixth season was really good too, but I think season 3, 4, and 5 really got the episodes that I really enjoyed out of it, such as Darth Maul's return. That was a really cool comeback for the character, especially since I think a lot of people can agree Darth Maul was a badass character in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And I really like that they gave him more depth in the series. They gave us more backstory to him and more development on him, and that he had a brother and all that. That was really cool. I like that. I really liked the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan in the series. That was really cool too. And I really like that Anakin had more emotion in this series. If you're disappointed by Hayden Christensen's acting in the Star Wars prequels, in this series, Star Wars The Clone Wars, he has a lot more personality. So I really like that. I really thought Anakin was a much better character in this series compared to the Star Wars prequel films. I even thought some of the clone trooper storylines, like I mentioned earlier, were actually pretty cool. They really humanized the clone troopers and made us care about these characters, which is why, well, when they turn on the Jedi, you look back at that now and think, wow, so it wasn't really... No spoilers, okay. All in all, guys, I'm going to give Star Wars The Clone Wars an 8 out of 10. I thought there were a lot of really good episodes throughout, especially the season 3, 4, and 5. And 6. I'll throw 6 in there for good measure. I think the last season was a good season. Much better than season 1 and 2, for sure. The first 2 seasons, like I said, take their time to build up. And once they do, season 2 you can see improvement. But then season 3 and 4, there's some really good storylines. And that's not saying like every episode in season 3, 4, and 5, and 6 are great. They definitely have their episodes that are, I could have skipped that one. But when they hit big, they hit big. Specifically, there was these 3 episodes where Anakin Obi-Wan and Ahsoka Tano, who's Anakin's Padawan, who I actually thought was a good character, by the way, and I was actually sad to see how she left off, but now knowing Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, I know she returns. Spoilers. And yeah, there's an episode, 3 episodes where her, Obi-Wan, and Anakin land on this planet, and it's like a planet that is sort of, I guess, inhabits the Force, and there's these 3 characters. One represents the dark side, one represents the light, and one is the father who created both of them. And I thought these 3 episodes were probably my favorite episodes of the series of Clone Wars entirely. So there's some other really good episodes too, like the clone episode that I mentioned earlier, as well as the last 4 episodes, I think it was 4, that featured Yoda going on the spiritual quest. I really enjoyed that too. Funny enough, a lot of those episodes involved Liam Neeson guest stars on 3 episodes of the Clone Wars. They're not a very big guest star role. Maybe the last one was the most voice work he did. But it was really nice hearing Liam Neeson guest star on Clone Wars. I think it really added some depth. And apparently Mark Hamill also guest starred on 1 episode, the finale. And I didn't even recognize his voice. So apparently he did the voice of Darth Bane. So that was pretty cool. The fact that they get a lot of those actors from the films to return, especially when it's to reprise their role, that's really cool. And there's, like I said, there's a lot of great storylines. So if you haven't checked out Star Wars The Clone Wars, I definitely recommend it. I think it's really cool. I also just finished Star Wars Rebels, but I'll do a separate review for that. This was my review for the Clone Wars series as a whole, all 6 seasons, and I hope you guys really check that out. So, until next time, guys, take care.